If you're here, it's because you want to know the true story behind Sydney Sweeney. So before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any exclusive content about your favorite celebrities. Sydney Sweeney has become one of the most powerful names in Hollywood in 2025, but her path to fame is filled with sacrifices, personal drama, and decisions that have divided opinions. With a net worth reaching $40 million and a career that seems unstoppable, Sydney is not just another actress of her generation. Born on September 12, 1997, in Spokane, Washington, Sydney Bernice Sweeney grew up in a working-class family that faced serious financial difficulties. Her parents even declared bankruptcy when she was young, an experience that deeply marked her relationship with money to this day. Despite having $40 million, Sydney has publicly confessed that she lives with constant anxiety about her financial security, saying she is terrified and will never feel completely comfortable economically. This scarcity mindset has deep roots in her childhood. Sydney did not grow up in Los Angeles surrounded by Hollywood glamour. Her family moved constantly during her youth, and she developed a passion for acting that her parents initially could not afford to support. But Sydney had a clear vision of her future. At the age of 12, Sydney did something few children her age would do. She created a complete PowerPoint presentation to convince her parents to take her to Los Angeles to pursue her acting career. This presentation was not a childish whim, but a detailed business plan showing how investing in her career could benefit the entire family in the long run. Her parents, impressed by her determination and professionalism, agreed to make the financial sacrifice. The path was not easy. The Sweeney family moved to Los Angeles with very limited resources, and Sydney began tirelessly auditioning while maintaining her studies. 4 years, she faced constant rejections, but she never lost sight of her 10-year plan, a strategy she had developed to become a recognized star before turning 27. Her first jobs were small roles in series like Criminal Minds, Grey's Anatomy, and Pretty Little Liars. Although these roles did not immediately catapult her to fame, they gave her the experience and connections needed to continue growing in the industry. Sydney quickly learned that in Hollywood, talent alone was not enough. She needed to be strategic, professional, and willing to take risks. The moment that changed everything came in 2019 when she was cast as Cassie Howard in HBO's Euphoria. This role not only put her on the map, but also demonstrated her ability to handle complex and controversial material. Her performance earned her an Emmy nomination and established her as one of the most promising young actresses of her generation. But Sydney did not settle for being just another pretty face on television. While Euphoria was making her famous, she was already working on diversifying her career. In 2021, her performance in HBO's The White Lotus solidified her as a versatile actress capable of switching between drama and comedy with equal mastery. Once again, this performance earned her another Emmy nomination, establishing a pattern of excellence that would characterize her career. What truly sets Sydney apart from other actresses of her generation is her business mindset. She was not content with just being the face of other people's projects. She wanted creative and financial control over her career. In 2023, she not only starred in but also produced the romantic comedy Anyone But You, a film that many in the industry considered a risk. The film was an unexpected success, grossing over $200 million worldwide and proving that Sydney had business instincts in addition to acting talent. If you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends who are also fans of Sydney Sweeney. 2025 is shaping up to be the most ambitious year of Sydney's career. She has 14 different projects in development or production, a number that would make actors with decades of experience pale. Among her most anticipated projects is The Housemaid, a psychological thriller based on the successful novel by Frida McFadden, and Echo Valley, a new thriller series from Apple TV+, where she plays Claire, a drug addict with a turbulent past. But perhaps her most challenging project this year is her portrayal of boxer Christy Martin in a biography directed by Ridley Scott. For this role, Sydney gained over 30 pounds of muscle and underwent intensive boxing training for months. This physical transformation demonstrates her commitment to authenticity and her willingness to completely modify her appearance for her art. Additionally, she is starring in Under the Spotlight, a legal drama where she plays a young lawyer fighting against corruption in the judicial system. This role marks another evolution in her career, showing her ability to handle serious dramatic material while maintaining her commercial appeal. As for her personal life, 2025 has been full of turmoil. In March, fans were surprised to learn that Sydney and her fiancé Jonathan Davino had called off their engagement. The couple, who had been together for several years, apparently faced major issues in their relationship that they could not resolve. Although Sydney has kept the specific details private, sources close to her suggest that the pressures of their expanding careers and constant media speculation played a role in the breakup. This breakup has generated intense media scrutiny, especially considering that Jonathan was not only her romantic partner but also her business partner in several projects. The personal and professional separation has required complex legal negotiations, especially regarding their joint real estate investments. Speaking of properties, Sydney's real estate empire is impressive for someone her age. Her portfolio includes a $3 million Tudor-style house in Los Angeles that she bought in 2021, a $6.2 million mansion in Bel Air acquired in 2022, and her most recent and spectacular purchase, a beachfront property in the Florida Keys valued at $13.5 million. This last property is particularly significant because Sydney is carefully renovating it to preserve its old Hollywood heritage. She has stated that she wants to maintain the timeless character of the house, saying she doesn't want anyone to enter and wonder when it was renovated. This attention to detail and respect for architectural history shows a maturity that goes beyond her years. Her lifestyle also reflects a unique mix of luxury and practicality. To get around town, she drives a vintage sky blue Fiat Jolly valued at $70,000, a car that is both a style statement and a smart investment in a classic vehicle that will likely appreciate over time. But despite all this financial success, Sydney maintains a surprisingly humble perspective on money. In recent interviews, she has openly talked about how her family's bankruptcy experience deeply affected her. She says that no matter how much money she has, she always feels the need to work more and save more because she vividly remembers what it feels like not to have financial security. This mindset has led her to be extremely strategic with her investments. In addition to her real estate properties, she has diversified her portfolio with investments in technology, entertainment, and sustainability. She has also started producing content through her own production company, giving her greater control over her projects and a larger stake in the profits. Curiosities about Sydney go beyond her acting career. She is a self-taught mechanic who can repair classic cars, a skill she developed during her teenage years when her family couldn't afford to take their cars to the shop. She is also an avid collector of rare plants and maintains an elaborate greenhouse on her Los Angeles property. On a personal level, Sydney is known for being incredibly professional on set but laid back off it. She maintains close friendships with many of her co-stars, especially from Euphoria, and is known for organizing regular dinners to maintain those personal connections in an industry that can be very superficial. One of the most interesting things about Sydney is how she manages her public image. Unlike many celebrities of her generation, she doesn't overshare on social media and maintains a certain privacy about her personal life. This strategy seems to be working, as it keeps her fans intrigued without overexposing her private life. Her influence goes beyond entertainment. Sydney has become a fashion icon, working with haute couture designers and setting trends followed by millions of young people worldwide. Her red carpet appearances are media events in their own right, and brands compete to dress her for important events. In terms of future projects, Sydney shows no signs of slowing down. In addition to her 14 current projects, she is developing several projects as an executive producer, including a limited series about pioneering women in the entertainment industry. She is also in talks to direct her first feature film, an ambition she has had since her PowerPoint presentation days. Her representation agency describes her as one of the most in-demand actresses in Hollywood in 2025, with offers constantly coming in for roles in major productions. But Sydney is selective with her choices, prioritizing projects that challenge her artistically and allow her to grow as a producer and potential director. What makes Sydney so fascinating is how she has managed to maintain her authenticity while navigating the complexities of modern fame. In an industry known for changing people, she seems to have maintained the same determination and strategic vision she had when she created that PowerPoint presentation at 12 years old. Her success has not been accidental or quick. Every role, every investment, every career decision has been part of a larger plan that began in her adolescence. This long-term planning has positioned her not only as a current star, but as someone who will likely have a lasting and successful career in multiple facets of entertainment. Sydney Sweeney represents a new generation of Hollywood talents, smart, strategic, and unwilling to settle for just being famous. They want to control their careers, build business empires, and leave a lasting impact on the industry. As we look to the future, it's clear that Sydney is just beginning to show her full potential. With her unique combination of acting talent, business instinct, and unbreakable determination, we will likely see her name in the conversation of the most influential personalities in Hollywood for many years to come. And there you have it, the full story of how a girl from Spokane, Washington, became one of the most powerful and successful actresses of her generation. If you liked this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to the channel for more exclusive content about your favorite celebrities, and don't forget to watch the next video that appears on the screen right now. See you in the next one.